Hello everyone, this is FeelGood here, back with another Gunpla review. This review of the Earthree Gundam, or as I like to call it, Earthree. It's just easy for me to pronounce. Now, before I get into the Earthree Gundam review, I feel like I should review it in its individual parts, core, earth, and then Earthree itself, the combined version of the core and the armor. Now, Core Gundam to me is, hold on one second. Sorry. Core Gundam to me is like, well, before I get into that, I first should say that, this is one of my favorite kits, not just Core Gundam, but pretty much the Earthree Gundam form. I probably haven't been this excited over a kit since the Build Burning came out. Because the reason I'm excited over that is the fact that it's its own unique idea. Sure, it may take some concepts from other kits, or not kits, but other Gunpla, but the design is its own. Again, it's one of my favorite Gunpla from the anime, so I bought it. Now, the Core Gundam, to me, reminds me of a miniature RX-78-2, shrunken down, sort of stripped down to like the bare minimum. It's got a small gun, half shield. To me, it just has a bare minimum look, especially like in its legs and in some of its armament. Gimmick wise, this kit, both in the anime and in Gunpla, this kit takes the idea of the RX-78 in the core faction, because it is called Core Gundam. The RX-78 had a core flyer. Other ones had like a core block or something like that. I call this pretty much the core concept because it's basically everything surrounded by a core. The core being the main thing. Without the core, nothing else really matters. Of course, with the RX-78-2, it was the core fighter. With Strike, it was the Gundam itself, just like this. Impulse, they went back to the core fighter-like concept. But like I said before, one of the reasons I said it takes out RX-78-2 is because, one, it looks like it, and then another reason is the core concept. Like, instead of having the core fighter, it is the core. So there's that. Now, as in for, like I said, with the gimmicks, it takes a little after Strike and Impulse. To me, I feel like it takes after a little more Impulse. I'll say Strike because Strike was, the concept of, being able to adapt with different weapons and armament. Impulse took it a step further with actually swapping parts. But the only time it really swapped, like, in the Impulse case was like its torso, waist. I think it was torso, waist, and backpack. Well, the only time they changed the torso and waist is really when it became damaged. Unlike Core Gundam, who does it to adapt. Unlike Core Gundam, which in this case, it changes its body parts according to its situation, its combat situation. So that's why I said to me it feels a little bit more towards Impulse than the others, is because it actually swaps out body parts and armaments. Just really no color change like Impulse. The Core Gundam's color change once the armor starts being attached onto it. But with the gimmick wise, that's why I say it follows those three mobile suits: the RX-78, the Strike, and the Impulse, both kit wise and in the anime. Basically, the positive thing I see in Core Gundam is, like in the anime, it just has a unique look, a unique design. Like I said before earlier, sure, it takes functionalities and maybe some of it looks familiar to certain mobile suits, and the gimmicks are kind of borrowed from certain mobile suits. but it's the design itself is all its own, which I like about its unique design. Just like Bill Burney, it's his own unique design. Plus the color separation and the part separation to this kit is actually pretty good. I mean, good panel line opportunity, more than I expected. And the part separation is pretty good. I think I already said that, but also it has the only stickers you have to worry about are the required stickers. A little something I'm gonna try to repeat throughout all my Gunpla reviews with the required stickers. Basically, the required stickers are basically the stickers you got to have for a kit, whether it's a master grade, a real grade, or SD. No matter, you have to have these stickers to make it work. Basically, the stickers for the eyes, the helmet, and like the weapons, like the gun. Other than those stickers, that's really the only stickers you see in the kit. You don't see any extra stickers, either for design purposes or just because Bandai, in my opinion, was really too cheap in actually making an actual part. Sometimes Bandai will actually have a sticker so it'll make that part a certain color to help with part and color, will help with color separation. But here you don't have to worry about that, which is good. So all in all, just the Core Gundam part is actually pretty good. I mean, it looks good. I mean, you can actually display this kit by itself and it'll be fine. It can actually stand on its own. That's the one thing I like about Core Gundam. Core Gundam it can stand on its own. Sure, it looks cool with the armor and stuff on, but by itself, it can stand on its own. So all in all, this is a nice little kit. And now we start with the counterpart of the Earthree Gundam kit, and this is Earth Armor we have here. Now, Earth Armor is basically, like I say, it's a support unit for Core Gundam, but it also carries the components that are needed to make Earthree. And in the anime, it served as, like I said, well, I may not say it. Anyway, in anime, it served as a subflight unit, basically the Core Gundam's ride. Also, it, like I think I said before, was it carried the components to make Earthree to and from Core Gundam, and also it fought beside Core Gundam. So basically, partner / backup. Now, the Earth Armor itself looks like a type of mobile armor, jet fighter, ship, all on its own. I mean, it's just, by itself, to me, it just looks really cool. And I just really like armor, to be honest. It's streamlined, it looks nice, and like Core Gundam by itself, you can display it. I'm like, you don't really have to combine it with Core Gundam, although that's how you get Earthree, but you can actually display it like this and it'll be fine. It can stand on its own. The color separation is good. The part separation is awesome. And I didn't jump right into the positive part, but really, yeah, the part separation and the color separation on this kit is actually pretty good. This kit right here, because I feel like Earthree is like 3 kits in one. The part separation, color separation is good. I done said that about 3 times. I'm sorry. The panel line opportunity in this part here is just amazing, and it only has the required stickers, which the required stickers are the green sticker up front here. You see right here. Sorry, that is for the drone sensor. But other than that, it don't have any stickers. Like I said before, it looks nice. I like it. It's one of my favorite armors out of the Core Gundam's planet armor thing. So basically, I'll go over the positive again. Like the Core Gundam, it has good part separation, color separation. Painting opportunity is pretty good. Only has the required stickers. Stand on its own. The only negative thing that I can see, and I forgot to even say what's the negatives with Core Gundam, which for negatives with Core Gundam, just no peg, in my opinion, no pegs, no arm for the shield. But other than that, it's really no negative unless you count the legs. But anyway, I get back to this. The only negative I can say with this kit alone is the fact that you can see the feet sticking out at the bottom right over here. You can see the feet sticking out. To me, that's the only negative I can say. The feet sticking out. You know, it's a dead giveaway. But to me, it has some that's related to Zeta Gundam. And, you know, you can tell the feet and definitely the hands sticking out the back. That it's a mobile, you know, that's the part of the actual mobile suit. But it is what it is. What you can do. Other than that, just the feet sticking out the back of this kit, this part here, would be the only thing I can see that is a negative to this part right here. Is the feet just sticking out the back. At last, we have Earthree Gundam, or as I like to call Earthree. Basically, it's the power form of Core Gundam. It basically has the same layout as Core Gundam, both in the kit, both in the anime and the kit. 2 beam sabers, a shield, and a rifle. Of course, according to the manual, it's based the same thing I said, but according to the manual, basic capabilities improved and armaments are more powerful. I would say, feature-wise, and again, this is basically related to the anime and what the gimmick that the kit can do is basically the power shot mode, because the guy that created the Gunpla didn't really give it a name, so I just call it the power shot. Or some people say you can call it the money shot blast. Yeah, I know. It's replicated by, and a picture should show up. It's basically when the front of the rifle opens up, you know, then you'll get that gimmick of the power shot. Also, the front of the shield will fold in, as you can see in the picture. And I'm going to show another picture of it up close, to where when the shield folds, there's actually a sensor, a sticker in the kit, but a sensor where in the anime it helped, you know, for aiming. So basically, this looks just like it does in the anime, and you are able to pull off the, as I like to call it, the money shot poses from the anime. So with that said, I love the kit. Plus, I'm a big fan of blue. Could it have been a darker blue? Yes, but it's still the acceptable blue that I like. It is literally one of the favorite, if not in some cases, my favorite mode of the Core Gundam. I mean, it sticks to the basics and it does pretty well. Sorry, that was my phone. Now, the positive parts of the Earthree Gundam is just like the other counterparts, Core Gundam and Earth Armor. Great color separation, great part separation, awesome pen line. Only has the required stickers, which in this case is good. And you can pull out the money shot poses. So all in all, on the positive note, it's good. Now, for the negatives. Like in the anime, this kit shares one negative, and that's the fact that the feet stick out the back. And you may have already seen that already as this kit turns on the turntable. But here's a picture of it. Yeah. It is what it is. Also, it's two more negatives, but these are kind of just, I guess, as I was handling the kit. In order to put the shield in, you do have the peg now, which you didn't have in the Core Gundam, but you also have to put, and you know what? I'm gonna show a picture, and it's going in this picture. It's gonna show you have to put the handle is basically the peg. Oh, I can't talk right, but basically you have to put the peg in the peg hole in the arm. Then you have to put the handle in the hand, and as you can see, it holds in such an awkward way that when you're looking at it from the front, it just looks weird. Now, when you do the power shot pose, it works. So that's a negative to me, is just the way that wrist is turned. But, you know, and let's see, can I think of anything else? I would say there's at least three main ones. One being the feet, one being the shield. Let's see, did I mention a third one? The third one. I guess the third one would be, it took longer to put the armor onto Core Gundam than I thought. But to me, I feel like that's more of a nitpick. So to go over the negatives again, feet stick out the back. When you put the shield on, the shield just from the front looks awkward because of the wrist, the way the wrist is turned, and it takes longer. And this is just me. It takes longer to put together. And also, oh yes, for a side note, when you're putting the chest armor, the torso armor, make sure, well, it's worked for me, may not work for you, but take the arms off, put the chest armor on, then put the arms back in. Because if you don't, if you're like me, you're going to have a hard time trying to put the torso armor on. Just so you know. So all in all, this is a great kit. Like I said, I believe I said earlier, fan of the anime, fan of the kit, fan of this particular armor, but this particular mode, the Earthree Gundam. I definitely like this kit. I recommend other people out there to buy it. Definitely, if you're a fan of the anime, definitely get this kit. Get the other armors out there. The USA Gundam review will be coming up soon, after I get through editing this. So, before I close, let me just go over the positives and negatives. Great color separation, great part separation. Only has the required stickers. Can land the money shot poses. Negative, feet stick out like in the anime. To put the shield on, you have to turn the wrist in an awkward way. And it takes a little longer. It takes a nice little bit of time to put it together. Not a lot, but enough. But all in all, like I said before, great kit. Get yours as soon as possible. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I appreciate everyone taking the time out today to watch my videos. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot. And I wish everyone a good day. Later.